Hey everyone, welcome to one another video by Devvrat. Obviously, you are seeing me after a really long time, and there are particular reasons to it. I was actually busy building out the agencies and some other businesses that we had. Especially, it's about like Fab Hire. We were busy building Fab Hire. So now done and dusted with all those things, and back to the YouTube game with another challenge. And this is what I love. So this is one thing that I love. So I made sure that I follow this to my core. Okay. So let's get started. So what is this challenge all about? So the challenge is really cool. The challenge is really unique. In the next 90 days, and this 90 days starts from 10th of January, which is just one day after my birthday today, which is 10th of January, till next 90 days, which is 10th of Feb, and then 10th of March, and then 10th of April. By 10th of April, I would make sure that I make 10,000 United States dollar in retainer. When I say in retainer, what does that mean? There is a term called as retainer, and retainer simply means that I would be making that money, $10,000, from my clients every single month, which means if I made $3,000 this month, next month I should be getting that $3,000 back, and I would make some more deals closing in order to get that $10,000 mark. Okay. What if I lose? I lose publicly. But what if I win? I win and I document that journey for each one of you. Okay, so you can have a look over how this success has turned out to be. Okay, and I'll be very transparent enough with each and every one of you. The way we would make sure that this transparency is conveyed back to you is I would be using this thing. Okay, so I'll be using this live account. This, you can see, this is B for branding. Okay, which is the name of my agency. This is a live account, and if you can see here, there's just one sale as of now, which is of $63.37 MRR lifetime value. This is very less. Okay, the reason you can see here just one transaction of which is of 68.37 rupees. The reason is we have tested out this account that transactions are happening or not. So by the end of the 30-day period, 90-day period, and in the next 30, so I'll give you like what am I trying to break out the order. So I'll talk about everything in detail because it's a live challenge. I have a lot of things to share with you, and I can be transparent with you in more suitable way. Okay, so just to make sure that this is not a fake Stripe account at all, this Stripe account would be refreshed, and I would be recording that account after every single sale in order to give you the updates. And because this account is brand new, you'll get an idea of it. So when I shared Stripe, you'll be like having this thing in your mind that, hey, what is this thing called as Stripe? Okay, so let me talk about this. Stripe and PayPal are two payment gateways that we would be using in order to achieve 10,000 United States dollar mark. Okay, these are our two payment gateways. As of now, the only payment gateway we'll use is Stripe. If the client says that, hey, I'm not able to use let's say Stripe for the moment, can we do PayPal? Then if client says we can do PayPal, then only. Okay, so let me just get you through everything in one go about this challenge, how this would work, how it gonna be playing out, everything like that in detail. Okay, so first of all, what is this challenge all about? Like, what is the intention of the challenge? Okay, what are we trying to achieve? We are trying to achieve dollar 10,000 in 90 days. Okay, so the service we will be selling is under category of social. Okay, social media marketing. Okay, that's one of the services. Now I'm pretty not sure what are we selling exactly in social media marketing, because social media marketing in general is a very broad term. Okay, if I just want to break it out, it would be hard to break out the thing. So as of now, because I want to document each and everything of this process, I am not yet decided with like what's the offer is looking like. So as the offer is not really decided, I cannot tell you, and surely we can work on the offer creation on this live call. So One thing I know is I know social media marketing, I know how to run ads for the client, I know how to grow businesses for the client. So social media marketing is one of the services that we would be selling. Now, if you're watching this challenge, you'll also do the same, but you'll be doing it independent of the services. Okay, when I say independent of the services, that simply means that you're not bound to follow what I'm saying. Okay, services kuch bhi you can take. Okay, if you know graphic designing, you'll take graphic designing. If you know logos, you'll take logo. If you know web development, you'll take web development. If you know web designing, you'll take web designing. Whatever you know, you take the service. My job is to show you how you can get clients for those services. Okay, now there would be multiple methods that I would be using. For example, let's say cold email. Cold email is one method I'll be using. The another method I'll be using is Insta DM. Okay, which is also works great. Okay, I can also go with the option called as white label. So a lot of options are there for that as well. uh, but it all depends because we will just test it out. Okay, now because it's a big challenge, okay, and because it's $10,000, which is not a small amount. If I just try to give you in terms of INR, that would come around like 7,40,000 close to, at a rate of 72 74 rupees. That's the current market rate going around. So that's a big number. Okay, so it is always said that whenever you are trying to accomplish big things in your life, you try to break out the things. Okay, which means if I have this massive big goal, okay, and I cannot do this massive big numbers at all, what I'll try to do is I'll try to break the numbers. Okay, or is my monthly target, and what I'm trying to really achieve is an run rate of 3.5k per month. Okay, now what is the challenge? What I'm really trying to do is I'm really trying to sell a skill, sell something that I know. Now a lot of you would be like, hey Dave, I don't know any skill. Okay, there is no person on this planet who doesn't has any skill. The one thing you really don't know is how to find that skill. Okay, let's say for example you are someone who's great at designing sketches. Okay, if you're great at designing sketches, you can do illustrations. Okay, if you're great at doing illustrations, you can give this as a service. Okay, again, if you don't know anything, there is something called as YouTube. You can go on YouTube and learn skills. Okay, just to be very open enough with all of you, I actually did not knew how to use things like OBS. Okay, how to use like OBS stream setup. I never knew all these things, but all these things I just learned last night. Even though if you see in this video, the lighting quality is not great. uh, I am learning about how to do lightings in a sort of a studio manner. Okay, and maybe by the end of tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I'll be really great at it. So the main thing that in order to sell a skill, or I would say it's one of the rules for businesses, is you have to figure it out by your own. This is one of the things that I learned from my own mentor, is figuring out by yourself. There are things that you won't know, and it's completely okay, but you always have to learn in order to do those things. Okay, so in this case, I'll be also giving out a service. Now, what is which market are we focusing? We are just focusing global market. Okay, in this whole challenge we are focusing global market, which means we'll try to sell our services in countries like US, UK, Canada, Canada, uh, European countries. Okay, European countries and other places. This is the market that we'll focus for. This is the market where we'll try to sell our services for. Again, I have an experience into this market, so I can really tell you what would sell, what would not, and I can guide you with all these things. So, and how would be the videos would be posted? Videos every week. I would have three videos. Okay, I would have three videos posted on each particular subject. So three videos would be posted. Most of the time, I give you an update, existing update on clients. Okay, update on clients. Um, in this first phase, till when I'm not at, when I won't cross. Okay, in terms of the number, if I'm not close to, for example, $5,000. Okay, $5,000. Till the point I'm not at $5,000, I would not run any ads. Okay, so there won't be any ads. So this is, then no one in this course would have an say that you have run ads, and you have got the clients. I'll do all these things organically. Okay, everything that I'll do would be organic. Okay, so I would love if you can post down the comments if you're excited for this. This was the first video giving you all the idea about the things. You have already seen my Stripe, it's zero, and this would be the same Stripe account I would be using. I'll be also sharing the updates on Instagram. Check out the comment section for all the different links. I have given you more or less idea about what would be the things like. In the next video, we'll go with a spreadsheet that you can follow in order to be aware of the process for an agency, and I would give you the idea of niche selection as well. So that's it for this video. It was a more or less introduction video. See you in the next one.